beautiful angels, it's Kat. Welcome back to my channel, and if you're new, welcome. I hope everyone is doing great. So welcome guys in my series of weekly updates, weigh-ins, little chit chat and other random stuff that I did during the week. I will take you along with me and I will show you what I was up to. You will see me sweating, aka working out, cooking, and a lot of other things that probably not as much interesting to you. I just wanted to say that last week I didn't do much just because I was working quite a lot and I simply didn't have time. So hopefully next week I will be able to give you a little bit more interesting content. But despite all of that, if you are still here, maybe it means that you are on the same journey. Maybe you're just a very kind and nice person who likes to support someone else's very hard efforts, or maybe simply you like this content. Whichever it is, thank you so much guys for all your love and all your support. And guys, definitely go and check out my previous video when I kind of gave you a little introduction to all this challenge that I set for myself, which is 45 pounds down. And please remember that all relevant videos will be always linked in the box description down below. And in the meanwhile, I would really appreciate if you would give this video a thumbs up and consider to subscribe my channel if you'd like to stick around, if you like this sort of content and you want to be a part of it. Thank you so much. Wow, that was very long introduction, so without further ado, let's get started with this video. And at the beginning I'm going to show you just a few random clips from my everyday to day life. It's nothing really interesting, but personally I love watching videos like that. Even when someone doesn't have much to show, I still quite enjoy it. It's almost like invading someone's privacy, but then at the same time someone gave you consent to do it because it's public for everyone to watch. I know it's very crazy logic, but that's how I see it and I still do enjoy it. That's quite not alright, but that's okay, never mind. Let's get started and then I'll show you some of the workouts that I did last week. And before you are going to do any of those workouts yourself and you have any health problems, health conditions, please seek your doctor's advice first. I just don't want you guys to get hurt. Please remember, I am not a specialist, I am no nutritionist, I am no fitness guru, I am none of that. I just do whatever works for me, and if I can help some of you by sharing it, that's just great, that's amazing. That's what I'm doing these videos. So after that I will share with you my meal prep. I will show you what I cooked. It's going to be amazing. It's actually first of that kind of videos of mine, so please give me some feedback if there is any way that I should do it better, or if you know any tricks, because I've never shot that kind of videos, like a cooking segment on my channel. So definitely share with me your opinion. And I swear that's it, my intro is done. Let's get started with this video. I hope you'll enjoy it, and after that I'll see you guys with my final thoughts and the final results. So I'll tell you how much I lost last week. Enjoy.
Guys, so in the morning, after doing everything in the bathroom, after doing my hair and my makeup, it's time for some breakfast. But before that, I always start my morning with a big glass of water with a freshly squeezed lemon. Then it's time for my vitamin boosting apple cider vinegar cocktail. It's absolutely disgusting. I will never get used to that flavor, but it's definitely good for you, especially in the morning. So I put a little bit to the glass. If you're just starting drinking apple cider vinegar, focus on putting 1, maximum 2 tablespoons inside your glass. And then I top it up with some naked smoothie. I always mix my apple cider vinegar with some smoothie just so it's a little bit more bearable to drink and it doesn't burn my throat as much.
So I thought that I'm going to give you a little update. It's Friday evening and it's currently 9:30. I just came back from work and from grocery shopping. I usually never go for grocery shopping at this time, simply because you can pretty much never find any vegetables and fruits. Luckily, I managed to find everything that I wanted to buy, and the reason why I went so late is because tomorrow I have very busy day off. And just to give you an idea how my typical day off looks like, it's basically cleaning, organizing, cooking, meal prepping, and recording videos for you guys. So very busy, very active day. And obviously do some workouts in the morning and all of that. I need to do some laundry as well. I think I'm going to clean a bathroom tonight as well. We will see how much time I will get, but I thought that I'm going to give you a little update and show you at the same time what I got in the store tonight. So yeah, let's go to the kitchen. I know that looks absolutely crazy, but let's get started from the beginning. So I'm going to show you quick what I got. This section, don't mind that section, is definitely not for me, definitely if I want to achieve my goal. My husband loves these two type of biscuits for coffee in the morning, and I always make sure that I stock up, because usually he likes to go for a fresh croissant or something like that for himself. But if there is a moment when he doesn't have time, or you know, he's too lazy to go or whatever, I always like to have these in the cupboard for him ready, as an emergency solution. Then I bought this roasted nuts, so it's a mix almond and cashews. My husband really likes those as well. He really likes Snickers, so I always make sure that he has enough, and I always stock up his little his little treasure jar. So you see, you have a Lion, Mars, Kinder Bueno. This is his stuff. I don't touch that. Then I got 3 packs of this milk chocolate chips and white chocolate chips for cookies, because I am obsessed with baking and cooking, and you will definitely see that, because as much as I love bake for myself, I love to bake for people as well. Obviously, especially my husband, but then I like to bake something, get to work, share with everyone. So if I would have some inspiration, some motivation, it's always there in my little pantry drawer, ready to use. Then I got the Greek extra virgin olive oil. I love that stuff, and I'm actually running out, so I stock up on that. I got red wine vinegar, and I got white wine vinegar, because I'm going to make my own dressings for salads, and I have a few recipes that I wanted to use those as well. Then here in the back you can see 3 massive packs of large oranges. I am obsessed with my husband at this moment with oranges, because we bought our citrus maker, orange juice maker, whatever you want to call it. So yeah, I always make sure that we have enough oranges to make juices every day in the morning. I picked up the pack of lemons and limes. Then I got this honey melon. We absolutely love honey melon. Loads of bananas. I usually like to get half green and half well done, I call it, bananas. But this time they didn't have it. I was actually surprised that I was able to pick up every single vegetable and fruit that I wanted, because usually when I go at this time, which is pretty late, right before they close, I usually can't find anything, or at least like there's plenty of stuff missing off my list. But this time I found actually pretty green bananas, so I would definitely leave them in my basket for a few days to give them some time, and then obviously they're going to be much sweeter afterwards. Then I picked up this pomegranate, because I'm actually preparing a recipe for you guys, and I think I'm going to include this in this video. It's going to be my meal prep for a whole week, and I'm planning to do some yummy tahini cauliflower with pomegranate and peanuts, so stay tuned. Then I got back of very soft figs. My husband absolutely loves figs, so I always, when I go somewhere and I see figs and I see that they're very soft, I always get him some. I really like figs as well. Then I got fresh mint. I do have some mint in the freezer, but it's not the same with fresh, like frozen when I have to chop and add to something, but I really needed the sweet and cooling amazing fresh mint for my recipe. Then I picked up 3 carrots again for my recipe. I got the little gem lettuce. I really like those lettuce because sometimes I actually use it instead of bread. I just make these little bread boats and I just stuff them with whatever I want on my sandwich, which is obviously not sandwich, but
I really like this kind of lettuce. Then I got the Scotch bonnet chilies, apparently very whole. I actually got a little bit obsessed to add a little bit of chili to pretty much anything that I cook. Last time I actually made my chili omelette with onions, and it was absolutely amazing. So when I saw these I was like, me and my husband, we know the greatest at dealing with hot spices and all of that, so we will see how it will go. Then I got vine tomatoes, the best tomatoes ever. Since I started to buy vine tomatoes, I will never pick up anything else. I feel like every other, the salad tomatoes or like a normal tomatoes, they just taste like nothing. Vine tomatoes actually have a flavor. So pack of those, pack of garlic, and then I got 3 avocados. And these avocados, I think I'm going to use for my homemade guacamole. I absolutely love guacamole. That's why I got peppers. I know that in traditional guacamole you should have green peppers, but I actually prefer red and yellow. And I really like to have guacamole in my fridge every time when I wanted to snack on something, because I can dip my carrot into guacamole or crackers or anything like that, and it's quite nice feeling and full of flavor. Then I got this Alpro delicious dark chocolate plant-based dessert. I like to keep that in my fridge. As you can see, the expiry date is super long, so it's 10th of May next year. So I picked up one pack of these. I like to have that in my fridge every time when I crave something really bad, something sweet. So then that's a nice solution, because they're quite little pots and they're plant-based. Obviously they do contain sugar, that's why I don't eat it too often, and the fat percentage is not the lowest either, so you need to be very careful with those. And to be honest, soya milk, you should be very careful if you're on diet, because they're usually packed with fats. Obviously most of them, they're good fats, but then if you know, watching at your calorie intakes or anything like that, you should be very careful with that. Then they had this Italian week in my grocery store, and I picked up this 3 yogurts. I've tried already this one once, and it was absolutely beautiful. It's called nocciola. I think that's Italian. I hope that, probably I'm not saying it right. There you go. Nocciola, and it's like a hazelnut kind of yogurt, and then we have lime mascarpone. Absolutely delicious. So I picked 3 of those. Then I got my Baby Bell pack of cheese, always light, because everywhere I go, if there is an option to get a light, why I need to stuff myself with extra fat? That's just my basically logic. Then I got Edam cheese. My husband really likes this, and I got for myself the smoked cheddar slice. There's only 5 slices inside, but I really like it. It's super rich. Literally 1 slice, if you cut it in half or even in 3 pieces, you can have it for 3 times, because the cheese itself is very rich. And then I got 2 heads of this cauliflower, again for my recipe tomorrow. As I said, I'm planning to do, I have 2 things in my mind. Or I'm going to make my homemade cauliflower rice, and I'm going to make a baked chicken with it, or I'm going to make my tahini cauliflower. We will see how it goes. I have recipe for both of the options, so we will see. And then at very last, I saw this very cute salad box where you can divide it, and usually these boxes are quite expensive, and I don't really like to spend much money, especially it's plastic. I try to change all my containers for glass instead of plastic, but obviously with salads, just because obviously I don't like heat plastic in the microwave. If I have to, I will, but if I don't need to, then obviously I prefer to replace it with the glass one. This one, obviously it's plastic, but it's from salad menu, so it has a little pot for a dressing. I thought it's super cute, so I picked that. And then at the end I saw these 3 books, the student cookbook. So we have the traditional student cookbook, easy, speedy, cheap, don't leave home without it, and it's 100 recipes. I think it's amazing. Then there's this healthy student cookbook. To be honest, I looked at this one, traditional student cookbook, and you can always mix and match some ingredients to make it healthier than it actually is. And because I am all about DIY, especially in terms of baking and cooking, so I will definitely give it a go. Then I got this healthy student cookbook, so even more obviously I was tempted and I knew that I would get it. And then vegetarian option. I love to cook vegetarian and vegan stuff. I always add from time to time some chicken into it, but then from time to time I actually really like to have some vegan or vegetarian food. I think it's so nice and refreshing from time to time. So that's how it looks like overall. Is it low? I don't really think so, you know. Obviously it took literally whole my kitchen counter. I don't think that it's that much. Obviously it's loads of fruits and vegetables. This is what I always get with my weekly shopping. So one of my favorite part of every morning routine is drinking freshly squeezed orange juice. And as another flu season is coming, I and my husband, we try to eat and drink more stuff with extra vitamin intake to support our immune system. So orange juice is an amazing source of vitamin C and potassium, as we all know that. But did you know, guys, that OJ is high in antioxidants, may help prevent kidney stones, improve heart health. It may actually help to maintain healthy skin. Because oranges has so many benefits, we actually decided to buy our own juicer to make our freshly squeezed orange juice every single morning. And we usually prepare 1 liter, as you can see on the video, and we keep it in the fridge for up to 2 days. Obviously, because it's a freshly squeezed orange juice, it doesn't have any preservatives, so usually after 2-3 days it tends to go bad, but it's absolutely delicious and so sweet. Season for oranges, I feel like it's literally whole year, so that's why you can always count for extra juicy and sweet oranges whole year round. Definitely something that you should consider if you really like orange juice and at the same time you don't want to drink really sugary store-bought juices. Hi guys, so now I'm going to show you how I make my breakfast cocoa chia pudding, which is absolutely delicious. So for that you will need almond milk, cacao powder, whole chia seeds, vanilla extract, honey or agave nectar, whichever you prefer, and peanut butter powder. So in a bowl you whisk together 1 cup of almond milk, then you add 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract, 1 tablespoon of honey, agave nectar, whichever you prefer, 2.5 tablespoons of cacao powder. That looks absolutely amazing. After that you add 1/4 cup of chia seeds, 1 tablespoon of peanut butter powder, and I've decided to add as well 1 teaspoon of cinnamon. We are getting into a fall season, it's a little bit cold outside, so a little bit of spice and extra flavor is much needed. Then you whisk all together until well combined. Don't worry about the texture, guys. I know it's very liquidy, but our chia seeds will absorb all this milk and will turn it into amazing pudding. After that, you cover with the foil and you leave it in the fridge for at least 4 hours. And if you can leave it over the night. It's going to be even better. And that's it. That's our lovely chia pudding that I left for, I think it was 6 hours. It's amazing. It's thick. It's absolutely gorgeous. And one thing that I love about cooking is that when you do something for the first time, you really try to stick to recipe. But after a while, you are not afraid of mixing things around, especially with the measurements. So that's an amazing thing. And now I have 3 pretty big jars, mason jars, full of goodness. Hi guys, so now I'm going to show you how I made my amazing creamy tahini coleslaw. So for that you will need 1 cup of grated purple cabbage, 1 medium grated carrot, 1 grated apple, 1/4 of red onion, 2 tablespoons of raisins, pumpkin seeds, tahini, lemon juice, soy sauce and mustard, salt and pepper for the taste. And you mix everything in the bowl and then you have this amazing creamy goodness. I absolutely love tahini. I think it adds so much flavor and at least you don't need to worry about any mayos, Greek yogurts, nothing like that. It's full of protein, source of fiber, and it's absolutely delicious. In a recipe you can add any mustard. It can be yellow mustard, French mustard. I've decided to add Dijon, but because Dijon is very, very intense mustard, I decided to add 1.5 tablespoons instead of 2. And there you have it, guys. Doesn't look gorgeous? It tastes even better than it looks, trust me. Now I'm going to show you how I made my roasted cauliflower with tahini. And as you can see, it's definitely a tahini week. I felt some serious tahini vibe and I decided to give in and create some yummy recipes for you. So first of all, you want to preheat your oven to 220 degrees and cut cauliflower into medium florets. After that, in a large bowl, toss the cauliflower with olive oil, salt, pepper, cumin, curry powder, garlic powder and paprika. Spread evenly on baking sheet and make sure the florets have some space between them. After that, you're going to roast them for 18-22 minutes until crisp and tender. And there you have it. That looks absolutely gorgeous. Now we're going to prepare the toppings and the sauce. For the toppings, one of the toppings, we are going to use pomegranate. So first, naturally, we need to peel them. Remember, guys, to wear gloves as pomegranate stains a lot. It looks absolutely gorgeous. It's juicy and sweet. It is a lot of work though, so you need to work on your patience, guys, as well. And there you have it. Now it's time for the sauce. So in the bowl, you want to mix Greek yogurt, around 1 cup, 2 tablespoons of tahini, 1 lemon zest, 1 lemon juice, 1 tablespoon of olive oil, salt and pepper. I actually use 3 because I love tahini. But obviously you have tried your sauce and you see whichever works for you. Remember, this is your recipe and you making it. So lemon zest definitely adds this extra kick and extra flavor, so please don't skip that process. The color that you are going to receive is definitely not the most appealing, but trust me, it's absolutely delicious. So then for the full presentation, you want to add your sauce first on the plate. Make a nice swirl, circles, whatever you prefer. Then place your cauliflower on top. Sprinkle some extra juicy pomegranate on top. Add fresh mint. Definitely don't skip that process. The flavor is absolutely gorgeous. You can add some pine nuts. I decided to add some peanuts, roasted peanuts, and 2 tiny mint leaves for decoration. And there you have it, guys. Now to add to my cauliflower main course, I'm going to fry some chicken on the side, and I'm going to add some spring onion, some red onion. I add a little bit of garlic and ginger, fresh ginger. Then I added some chilies. And there is our chicken. I absolutely love chicken, and this style of chicken is, I think, my favorite.
It's really nice, spicy because obviously chili peppers. It's amazing spicy because of the ginger. It's some sort of Asian, Chinese, Japanese style chicken because of the whole mix of flavors and spices, but it's absolutely gorgeous. Then I added some sesame oil. Mix it all together. At the end, I decided to add few drops of soy sauce for extra flavor and just to give the chicken a little bit of color. And there you have it, guys, my weekly meal prep that includes cacao chia pudding, tahini coleslaw, and roasted cauliflower with tahini. Gorgeous, simple, clean, and beautiful. Now I want to share with you guys one of my exercises from last week, and this workout was pretty much whole body workout. So first thing that I do is a little warm up, and I've actually discovered my new favorite cardio exercise, skipping rope. I absolutely love it. I usually aim for 150 to 200 skips during workout, and I do it with tiny break of 10 seconds in each 50 jumps. I really encourage you guys to use skipping rope in your daily workout routine. It does have so many benefits. It is amazing for weight loss. Did you know, guys, that 1 hour of rope skipping will burn up to 1,600 calories? So grab your ropes, guys, and let's skip together. After our little warm-up moment, it's time to do some serious workout. So I'm starting with kettlebell clean and press. As you can see, I don't have a kettlebell, but dumbbells. That's okay, movements are the same, and I do 15 reps per arm. Oh, and by the way, I have very awful habit, I think after my dad, to bite my lips when I'm concentrating on something. I know it looks awful, but I can't help it. Next is time for 2-arm dumbbell row, and again 2 rounds, 15 reps each round. It looks easy, but trust me, it's a killer. Next exercise is something really similar to deadlift, but instead of 1 bar, I am using 2 dumbbells, and I added extra movement, which is lift with a little twist. Oh, and by the way, I know that my t-shirt is way too big, that's why it makes this very baggy, almost uncomfortable looking effect, but I kind of like very baggy clothes while I'm working out, I don't know why. After that, it's time for some plank jacks. These are really good for whole your body. If you never tried those, remember to push your bum bum as close to the floor as is possible and tight your abs to make sure everything is engaged together. Now it's time for some inner thigh exercise, and I'm starting with lateral lunge. 2 sets, 15 reps each. This one is very good for some extra stretch, as well as you can definitely feel your tight muscles. Next, I am doing fire hydrant, and I've decided to add band for this extra burning resistant. Again, my biting lips, how sexy. Next, I'm moving to easy cartwheel lunge. As the name say, it is easy exercise, but don't underestimate it though. After those resistant bands, I can definitely feel this burn, and I am going here for 20 reps. Next, I'm doing single knee hacks. Super good exercise for your inner thigh, extra stretch, and I actually find it really relaxing too. So definitely try it, guys. Then I am mixing laying legs lift with an inner thigh lift. 20 reps, 2 sets. I actually really like those, guys.
After that, I'm doing just a simple plain lunges, and I added some dumbbells for an extra resistance, and I can definitely feel my glutes here. Simple but very effective sumo squats with some extra resistant band. Then we are moving to some monster walk, and in this time I had to cut my camera because it got very, very confused with my movements and it just stopped recognizing my face. Before I will move to my abs, I'm finishing with some bridge and weights. And to finish my exercise, I'm finishing with some more skipping rope, guys. I hope you enjoyed it and you joined me with this exercise moment. Yes, sweaty. I'll see you guys in my next clip.
Alright guys, here we go. The results of week 1. So, dun, 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 dun. So, after 1 week, I've managed to lose 1.6 pounds. Yay! Well, am I happy? Yes. Did I expect to lose a little bit more? Also yes. Could I put a little bit more effort last week? Sure. So let's talk about food first. And to be honest with you, last week I didn't really have any treat meal. And yes, the reason why I said treat meal is because I don't consider anything like a cheat meal. I don't think that this is the right mindset that you should have if you want to be on your healthy lifestyle and your healthy journey, because you should never cheat yourself or your diet. But at the same time, I strongly believe that you should always treat yourself from time to time, because we are just human and we deserve some pleasure in this life. So, as I said, I didn't really treat myself at all last week. I was very good with my food. I did my meal prep. As I said in my first video, I don't really go out, so that was never an issue for me. I'm never tempted to go and grab some takeaway or anything like that, so easy peasy. So in terms of exercise plan, as I told you guys in my last video, I was going to go 3 times for a run and do 4 home workouts. And partially, unfortunately, that didn't happen, and let me tell you why is that. So last week I've managed to go for a run once, and instead of that I did five home workouts. So the reason for that is, as I mentioned, I think briefly in my previous video, I am going back to the full-time job more and more each day, and last week was kind of like a breaking point when I had to do more hours and I had to start my work a little bit earlier. The thing is that I can't go to run after work because by the time when I get home it's dark, and I can't run in the park in the darkness because I will literally scare the crap out of me. That's just out of the picture straight away. So the only option for me to go for a run is in the morning, and I really do prefer running in the morning. The only thing is that, as I said, last week I had to start my work a little bit earlier than usual, and that kind of messed up with my whole run regime. And I am not trying to point here any excuse, because as much as I am so happy that I was able to stick to my diet and to my food, I am very, very upset that I didn't achieve my exercise goal. And as I said, this is not an excuse whatsoever, so please don't think that, because I am saying that to you because I want to be 100% honest, and I'm saying that for the purpose of explaining that I will work towards perfect balance, because I knew that sooner or later I will have to go back to the full-time job, to the proper hours and proper days, so 5 times a day. But that happened last week, and that was kind of challenging for me to balance everything, but I will find the perfect solution and the perfect balance to have time for everything, because I can just sit here and give you excuses that I had to have my beauty sleep, which I really have, because I do feel exhausted coming back from the lockdown when you just didn't do anything in terms of work, and then going back to the full time. This progress and this process is very painful to me, but I am not complaining at all. I am grateful that I have job in this very tough times. So this is not an excuse again. I'm just trying to tell you that I will definitely work on perfect balance so I can give you a better update next week. So one more challenge that I faced last week is something that I've never expected I will, and it's a water intake. It was very challenging for me last week, probably because it's getting colder and colder outside. I just generally didn't feel enough thirsty to drink enough water, but that actually made me so crappy. I am the person that drinks only water, apart from one time a day in the morning coffee and one time at the evening time tea. I drink whole day water and only water. I never drink any fizzy drinks. So I definitely feel from my skin on my face that I really need to put some more water into my system and hydrate my skin and my body. So I will definitely be focusing on that more in upcoming weeks. So another thing, the time of the month was coming last week big time, and it arrived as we speak, and usually during that time I'm retaining a lot of water and I literally feel like a walking balloon at this point. It's very uncomfortable. That's why for the next week my goal is to really look at sodium and salt intake, because I know if I'm going to reduce that to minimum, some of the swelliness and retaining water will definitely go away. I usually focus on obviously sugar and carbs intakes, but I think I will definitely need to look on sodium, because especially one of those hidden ones in the foods that you wouldn't even assume that would have that much sodium. So that is definitely another goal for this week. So summarizing, guys, I am overall really happy with the result. Minus 1.6 pounds is not bad at all. It's not what I've wanted to achieve every single week, but I told you this is just the goal that I'm working towards. If I will be able to achieve it at the end of January instead of December, I won't be sad. I will be as happy as I would be if I will achieve it in December. So I am super happy and excited to start this journey. It's super fun, very time consuming, but very exciting to do these videos for you guys. And I hope I'll see you guys next week with even better results. So stay tuned for that. And for now, stay beautiful, stay strong, and stay safe. Bye, guys.